You don't generally see clouds move that fast in the sky.
Hey, we got my favorite bread. Slippery ice. Ooh, it's cracking. Yo, you see this? Hold on a second. Nah, not gonna try that. Your boy just got a whole box of pizza to eat. This will be good. I will admit, it is snowing. I only have one jacket on, but creates the cold strength. So for you non-Chicagoans, this is the most dangerous time. You know why? Because now there's ice under snow, so you're easily able to slip. I wonder how these cars even got out here in the first place. See the wheel tracks. I love having the parkour through mud just to get around the magnificently gigantic bus line. So I noticed that like phone cameras actually don't capture fog. It's kind of interesting. It's very foggy right now. You can barely see. You guys see that, right? Usually that's completely visible. That, I guess, that metal crane thingy. But for some reason, it's just harder to see in a phone camera. But nonetheless, walking through here, that's what I was showing off earlier, by the way. Oh yeah. Well, before I head home, a few announcements. First off, that book I was writing, book for Spanish class. It has to be a children's style book. But ours isn't, because it's about a turtle who gets robbed. He owns a bakery. And he ends up leaving the stove on and it burns down, and then the community helps him rebuild it, which is cool. Also gets robbed by hares. And then now in astronomy we have to write another one. There's this funny moment where he was reading us. Well, we had to write. It's just a coincidence that we had to write a children's book at the same time as we're doing it in Spanish. But what happened was we were reading this. I think it was this Elephant and Piggy book. And this guy's like, I have a surprise for you. Wait, he's like, what is it? It's something big. And then one kid's like, oh, that's what she said. And everyone broke down laughing, including the teacher. Got exactly an hour to watch this until I go to my friend's house. Rain, rain makes driving a pain. You know what doesn't help this? The fact that there's an ice wall.
I was in there for so long, I should have double checked.
Isn't freaked out every time a door opens because it understands that different sins.
Would you like some cereal with water?
You wanna feed me?
No, you can use your arm.
We're going to. Oh shit, where'd it go? Let me for that blanket. I don't know where that blanket is. But we've made like a whole storyline. We're going to McDonald's now. Pretty much like he's like I guess a Sorbian guy who had a daughter, and like we're all working here. Like beyond the glass is like a magical realm or something. I could not find it.
Yes,
Okay?
actually, this will be functional.
Yes, that would be functional. But our family history goes back thousands of years with our fantasies and things.
Different families though.
We are taking him, but he must have blindfolded. Get your ass in here, boy, okay? I will turn on lights
That's
so
what
you
I
can
was
see.
seeing.
You will
So
see.
that's
Welcome to McDonald's, sir. This is our next stop. Alright, we will head to my house now, except this man will not come, second.
Am I not going?
Well, that was fun. We ended up just driving around my high school, and then I'm going home now, so that was cool. Also, if you guys are wondering, although I'm a big lore guy, he came up with most of the lore, and we're planning a part 2 for that dude, since we couldn't go to my house. So I'm home now, but I actually want to tell you something. So that game we played was originally meant to imitate this thing that me and my friend Xander, who I always kind of just show at lunch sometimes, do, or pretty much reinvent like whole storylines. Usually they end up with us going to space. Like pretty much it begins like, oh, so the U.S. government is after you. Well, it actually begins like reasonable. Like you're at school one day and then your friend comes up to you and it's like a school shooting. Then after the school shooters like stopped by police, UFOs arrive and abduct you, and then you end up meeting some cool alien guy and you guys become good friends for a while. That's me selling out the whole story, but yeah, and it actually turned into something better. Also, for those wondering, that McDonald's was actually closed. The drive-thru is open. There were a lot of like people. There were a lot of kids there, like just goofing off and shit. There's some girls running out of their car there. I'm like, okay. And it was super long, by the way, to drive-thru line. I'm like, yeah, we're not. We're just gonna skip McDonald's. You guys may remember on the 4th of January, I was working on this cool storyline. Anyhow, I was technically working on this on the 24th, but now it's midnight. So, 25th, technically, working on this epic project. Really cool. This is the weirdest food setup ever.